Now in this video, let's learn about position absolute. So in this video, I have created already a coupon over here. It has some background color and some borders, some image, some text over here, okay? And if you look at the CSS also actually in the HTML, we have a div with a coupon, an H1, a paragraph, and an image. That's pretty much it. And the CSS has some background color and margin in the body, and this coupon container has certain margin with background, text alignment, borders, colors, padding. That's pretty much it to make it look beautiful. Now, this is what we're going to do. What we want to do is, let's say we do not want this image over here. We actually kind of want this image hanging from the bottom left-hand corner, right? So how do we do that? Now, for that, we're going to set the position of this particular image to absolute. Let's take a look. So over here, this image is inside coupon. So I'm going to simply come over here, say dot coupon, and then space image. So this is the image which is inside the coupon container. I'm going to simply come over here and say position is absolute. All right. Now what does absolute do? Let's just refresh over here and see. Perfect. Now what happened is that this image seems to be out of this container and it's kind of hanging on the bottom right hand corner, it seems like, and it really doesn't seem to have any kind of location. All right. So what happens when you set a location, or sorry, set a position to absolute, is that this particular element breaks out of the normal flow and it kind of floats on the page. And its location can be set relative to the entire HTML page. All right. That's just one information. Let's just take a look. So if I want to move this location, I can simply come over here and set its top, bottom, whatever property, right? So if I say top is 0 pixels, and let's say I say left is 0 pixels as well, what happens? Save, refresh, and it went to the top and left of the entire page, right? So if you set a property to position absolute, its location becomes relative to the entire page, with one exception. Actually, the position is not relative to the entire page, it's relative to its parent's position. All right. So the parent with this particular element is actually the image. Its parent is actually the coupon. The coupon does not have any position set. So if I right click, inspect, I go to position. I go to the coupon and it does not have any position set. But if I set the position over here to relative, then all of its children absolute, position absolute, which happens to be the image, is going to be relative. Its position, which is top left hand corner, is going to be relative to its parent, which is the coupon, all right, or the grandparent, right? It doesn't matter. Let's say if it's the 10 containers deep, it's going to be to the closest grandparent, whose location or position is actually relative. Now, this may be a little bit complicated. Do not worry about it. Let's say your division, you have multiple div elements. So it's div within a div within a div. So let's say this coupon is actually inside another div, right? And if you do not have this position relative over here, maybe you have it on the parent, it's going to stick to the closest grandparent whose position is relative. That's how it works, basically. But if it's confusing to you, do not worry about it. Let's just go with the flow, right? So I'm just going to simply refresh it, so it's all reset. And over here, I'm going to come to our code and just code it in my source over here. So I'm going to set the position to relative, save, refresh, and you see this particular image, the location, the position of this particular image is position absolute, which is relative to its parent, which is the parent is this, and position is relative over here. All right, so it's top 0, left 0, off its parent. Okay, now I do not want it on this particular edge. I actually want it outside, like over here. So we can simply play around with the offsets, right? So if I can go over here, just close this as well. I can just say bottom. I want it to be on the bottom 0 and left 0 as well. Save, refresh, and it's over here. No, I actually want it even more down. So I'm going to set it to negative 130 pixels. Let's see what happens. Save, refresh, and yes, it's on the total bottom over here. Perfect. I actually want to move it on this side as well. So I'm going to make the left as well 130 pixels. Save, refresh, and perfect. You see it is actually on the bottom left-hand corner and outside that particular container like such. So even if I make it big or small, this position of this image is absolute. It's actually in the air, but it's actually relative to its parent, which is this particular element. So that's how you set these kind of elements in a particular location. Hope you enjoy it. I'm going to talk to you in the next video.